Electrify.
I'm electrified.
Electrify.
I'm electrified.
Electrify.
I'm electrified. Yeah. Electrified. You might not have heard of the word, so allow me to introduce you.
Hey everybody, it's Tamara Henry with Real TV Film. We have the writers and the producer here with us. I'll let you all say your name for me.
Hi, I'm Grace Lowe.
Jeremy Pikser.
Mark Leyner.
I feel like a refugee from the island of Dr. Moreau. Some twisted character from a Celine novel. The hot sauce helps.
We got to sit in Sofia, Bulgaria, and see a scene that involved Ben Kingsley.
All these years, I felt a special bond. Don't you feel that?
No.
Hilary Duff.
How about your mother?
Dead.
I'm sorry.
Why? You did not kill her.
I don't think so.
Marissa Tomei, John Cusack.
So you want to seduce the journalist whose politics you despise?
What the hell else are we going to do on this dark and lonely night?
Oh, Marsha, you're so fine. I have a can of mace, and I will use it.
And that culminated in scorpions being put down Hilary Duff's pants. And we got to see John Cusack and Sir Ben Kingsley fight in the back of a garbage truck on a freezing afternoon. And there are so many amazing moments in this movie. I can't even...
It's your show, baby.
But tell us about the role that Dan plays in the movie.
It's a great character because he sort of hovers over things, almost like that character in Charlie's Angels, except he's seen sometimes, you know.
Tarakistan, what's the gig?
Terminate Omar Sharif. This is the first war ever to be 100% outsourced to private enterprise. Tamerlane soldiers, Tamerlane tanks.
What's my cover?
Trade show producer.
Welcome to Tarakistan, sir.
And he's very much inspired by a kind of Dick Cheney sort of ex-vice president. And it was incredible working with Dan Aykroyd because he's one of these guys, consummate professional. I mean, he comes and if he wanted, could have done everything in a single take. Came with all sorts of ideas about how to do it. Was up for throwing together some stuff we found for him and is, I think, outrageously funny. And does half of his lines, or 40% of them, sitting on a toilet. So I think that's probably a first even for Dan Aykroyd.
This is Miss Hagenhausen. She's writing a story about the show.
When did they start attacking inside the Emerald City?
I wouldn't call that an attack. Well, technically, that was a bombing.
And we got to make a movie, a real movie, a funny movie that says Iraq wasn't a mistake, it's a crime.
Central Asian pop star, Yannicka Baby Yes.
Welcome. We're excited to have you. Don't get too excited. I'm not that excited.
You think attractive?
Yep.
Doesn't it hurt to put yourself in such a contorted moral position?
I can't focus. This girl and this reporter, they're in my head.
And may I just add personally, what the are you doing? Will you kill the mother?
My communications degree is finally paying off.
All right. So do you think that this movie is going to shake America's political views?
No.
We'd like to think so.
We hope that it would have some small part in shaking America's political view because it needs a good shake.
Cultural sensitivity. That's what we're about here, babe.
You know, we hope people will leave this feeling full of a kind of joyous, exuberant, independent, outrageous sense of insurrection in some way. What they do with that feeling, if it's just to think a little differently, think a little more critically, be a little more resistant to the nonsense that's being sold to people, that would be great.
A symbol of democratization or a sleazy public relations stunt?
Thanks to Tamerlane's cutting-edge prosthetic devices, we can literally have you up and dancing before you know it.
You guys wrote this, right? You guys came up with the whole thing, right? Probably from
The three of us. Yes.
And you're changing that through comedy, through satire?
Exactly right. Because we just feel like The situation is so horrible that to talk about it in any other way other than laughing at it, it's sort of like it doesn't even, the policies and the policymakers don't deserve the credit of being taken seriously almost, because what they're doing is so horrible, you sort of have to just laugh at it.
I will be executed unless the following demands are met. The acquisition by the Turkey national basketball team of LeBron James for a player to be named later.
You know, I think also if you're asking people to mull over difficult things and question themselves and question their own beliefs, which is what people need to do, you know, whatever they are, you have to come up with something for them that's kind of fantastic. When I mean fantastic in all ways, you know, and because you're asking them to do something that's very difficult and painful. So you have to help people do that. You can't just throw something in their face and expect them to, alter the way they think about things. You have to sort of seduce them into changing their thinking.
Thank you so much. That was the co-writers and the producer of the film, War Inc. You're seeing it right here. It's Real TV Films. I'm your host, Tamara Henry.
Electrify. I'm electrified. Electrify. I'm electrified. Electrify. I'm electrified.